Hey everyone, so I am doing a Nintendo Retrospective for their 125th anniversary. I am playing my top 25 games leading up to my very first list video, my top 25 Nintendo games. It doesn't need to be Nintendo developed, but it needs to be Nintendo published. With that, today we have Pokemon Puzzle League. Cool little intro here of the anime.
Starting an official Puzzle League tournament, and you are selected as one of the challengers.
I'll go sign up.
I'm so proud of you, Ash. Being selected for this event is such an honor. Well, there's no time to explain everything. You must hurry.
Well, let's go.
Yeah!
Wait! Don't forget to come and see me in my office in Puzzle League Village.
Yeah.
Did you hear me, Ash?
Eager to prove themselves in this new type of Pokemon battle, Ash and Pikachu race to Pokemon Puzzle League Village.
There it is, Pikachu.
Wow, even at the announcer, I forgot about that. So this game was tied in heavily to the Pokemon anime, as you saw. I remember this game very vividly. This was, I don't think this was my first spin-off game. Two may have actually been, no, the first one was definitely Pokemon Stadium. This was the second one, but I was very enamored with it. I wasn't too much of a puzzle gamer beforehand. But this spoke to me. I remember this was after my mom and my dad divorced. So if you've been watching my retrospectives up to this point, you're kind of piecing together the story of, you know, of my games and how these fall into my childhood. Like, for example, my Donkey Kong stories fall before I got an N64, for example. This obviously falls after I've gotten my N64, before my parents divorced, or after my parents divorced. So farther, I was with my mom. We were living with my grandparents at the time, and we decided to go out to a store, and we were just looking around at doing things. And I remember I didn't bring my N64 with me often.
Welcome. It's so good to see you.
To my mother's, but I did every so often, and we went to a store. I don't remember what it was specifically. Maybe Target.
What can I do for you?
And I remember this game being on display and playing it, and I was like, oh my god, this is weird and fun. The music, I was very into the anime, or at the time, you know, the cartoon, and it was very, very, very fun to do. Class 1 basic. So it is Tetris Attack. Pretty much that's what it was on the Super Nintendo, which I didn't know until recently. But it wasn't Pokemon themed, if I remember correctly. It was, actually, I don't remember what theme it was. And I liked it. I liked the style, and it was fun, and I got enjoyment out of it. I love the music in this game, and obviously it was attached to the anime, so anything that was remotely attached to the anime when I was a kid was awesome. I mean, it's pretty simple. You perform combos and you move things out of the way. It was originally called Tetris, probably for name cachet, but as you can see, it is nothing like Tetris. You swap blocks and you get 3 to 5 in a row, and then the rest fall down, and then it also, you know, does combos and things like that. So this is just the little puzzle side quest of the area, trying to do these challenging puzzles. So there I got a ×2 combo, and the score goes up. Ba-ba-da-ba. Stage clear.
Keep it up.
Now, this obviously isn't the mainstay Pokemon games. The mainstay Pokemon game that I played when I was a kid is coming up later. So we'll just drop it off here. That's coming up later in the list. But, you know, this is a good note for me. I remember bringing it home and just... I was starting to heavily get into video games. I think I was in middle school at the time when this came out. And, ooh. This one's harder. Drop. Move. Okay, there we go. I was in middle school when this came out, and it was just... It was amazingly fun. That's all I can say it was. It wasn't, obviously it wasn't anything, you know, it wasn't normal, right? Ooh, how do I do this? Do I just drop it off? Yes. It wasn't normal by any stretch. It wasn't regular Pokemon, but it was really fun. It was one of the first games I remember staying up late. Maybe, I'm trying to remember if this came before or after Golden Sun. If it came before Golden Sun, it's technically the second game I tried staying awake long periods of time to play. Ooh, this one might be difficult. Do I just swap? No, because that leaves the water, and now I'm screwed. Ooh. Okay, I'm not the greatest at puzzle games either, I might add. Try again, sure. But this was maybe like the second game. I remember, you know, getting 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and that might seem like really late, especially if you're an adult. But as a kid, that's pretty... Just do that. That's pretty significant, you know, when you're in middle school, and I didn't really have a bedtime per se, but I did have to go to bed early. I mean, I was a child at the time. So this was like one of the first games I really like, maybe second game that I really like tried staying up for and was the object of my admiration of video games. The first one was Ocarina of Time. Second one following this was probably like Golden Sun. I played that game religiously. The first game that ever made me stay awake all night, however, is not even a Nintendo game. That was actually The Sims 2 and... It was 2 games. It was The Sims 2 on PS2 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City of all games. Yeah, those games actually made me stay awake for long periods of time. Aha! There we go. They made, I was in 6th grade. I remember staying awake. Was I in 6th grade? Maybe I was in 7th. I was definitely in middle school. And this was around the time of the PS2, Sims 2, and Vice City. And I remember staying awake all night, actually. This isn't a Nintendo game, but staying awake all night playing those games. And I remember not going to bed and getting ready for school, just pretending, yeah, I went to sleep, got ready for school, and I remember just the day dragging on. By the time I got to my last class, which was band, I was just so tired. Yeah, I remember that. That was fun, actually. But Nintendo games did that to me, too. These games, there's just something about them. Like I said in the previous episodes, Nintendo games are just there's something about them. They're all made well with polish and with love, and Nintendo games, it's what got me into gaming. Nintendo will always hold up that place in my heart. All right, so that was a couple of puzzles and a little bit of explanations. So let's go ahead and show you the other game modes. There's Spa Service. Yeah, guess who those are? Welcome to the Pokemon League Spa. We offer the finest relaxation facilities for all League Pokemon. We are currently booked up for the afternoon. However, I think we can make an exception and squeeze you in. I see you have a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur. We will gladly take them off your hands for you. Hwa! Silly fool! Yes, this is Team Rocket. We're going to go ahead and skip this. Round 1 against Team Rocket. Alright, so this is a versus challenge, I believe. Let's go. Or no, this isn't the versus challenge. This is just a regular challenge against Team Rocket. I remember I didn't get to clear... Or does it? Okay, no, it scrolls. So this is actually what the game normally does, is it scrolls instead of being static like that, and you just got to try and get the best combos.
Way to go!
Recently, I've actually been playing this game on my 3DS. Puzzle League, was it Express? I got it for free. Using my coins, actually. It's really fun. I didn't think I was going to work with the touch controls and it being sideways and all that, but I switched it to using the D-pad and not... And it not being vertical. I tried playing it like I would this. And it was fun, but like I was like, oh my god, it's harder than I remember. It's more fast pace. Alright, so just clear below the line for this mode. Under a minute. speed level 4, level 1, continue.
Okay, let's see what you can do.
And now it continues from there, and it's just going to keep getting harder and faster. This isn't like versus mode or against NPCs or against a person. It's just a mode, and it's fun. I think it's fun. It's just random in there, and it's a way to fight Team Rocket, right? What's it saying? Yeah, so Puzzle League Express. And I switched it back to the holding the 3DS vertically and using the stylus. And oh my god, I'm quicker in it and getting better combos, and it works better than using the D-pad, ironically. Like, I'm used to the D-pad, but it's definitely it is at home on a touchscreen. But this game is still fun. You can get it on through the virtual Wii on the Wii U with the virtual console. I know that's like a several steps. This is actually, I own this cartridge. I had to buy it not too recently, but recently enough. When we moved to Oregon, I saw this game and it was only like 18 bucks. And I was like, you know what? I gotta pick this game up. This was I played the crap out of this game as a kid, and I'm not into puzzle games, but this stood out as one of those puzzle games that I played the crap out of a lot. Wherever you are. All right, this is going to be my last round of Team Rocket, I think. And then I'll show the last... There's 2 modes, I believe, left, but I'll show the last one that really counts, because the other one is just like an endless mode. Okay, here we go. I'm not doing too good. If you want to see somebody who kicks ass at this game, or Tetris Attack in particular, watch... Nintendo Capri Sun's LP of this. You don't think like this game could be really like LP'd much? He did it pretty well, surprisingly. He talked about his memories with it as well, and I enjoyed that actually. And he's significantly better at this game than I am. All right, let's try this. Yeah, I don't have any good combos to do. To be fair, I don't think I ever did like fantastic combos when I was a child either. I kind of fell into really good combos. But I did good. You know, I beat the game on hard and all that good stuff. So it's possible, even if you don't get the fancy ass combos. All right. Stage clear. So we're gonna go ahead and back out. Back to the main menu. This is just getting harder and harder, and I remember if I remember quickly, the background starts to change the longer you go too. So let's back out all the way. All right, so there's 2 left. There's 1-player stadium, 2-player stadium, and marathon. 2-player stadium is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a mirror of 1-player stadium, but 1 player is against an NPC. So we're going to show marathon real quick, because this is where you can actually do 3D. So now I said I wasn't going to show marathon, but I forgot about the 3D puzzles. This one is a little bit different. It's not what you've seen before already, like the regular screen real estate. It's the same size, but it's way bigger and way harder. There's just more here to do. You can even see the background, which is pretty cool. It's like a nice little level of detail. And I like this mode because this is a rendition of the Pokemon theme from the first movie. I believe that the first movie just recently come out, and it was doing really well. Pokemon in the 90s was huge. I mean, it's had a resurgence recently, but this franchise was seemingly unstoppable in the 90s, and even I had all the Pokemon cards. I had set 1, set 2, Fossil, Team Rocket. I loved Pokemon cards. What kind of card games do I have I liked recently? Probably Magic the Gathering. I really do like. That's probably something that I can equate to my love of playing cards in general, right? Pokemon, not so much. I haven't played a Pokemon trading card game in forever. Also, you can see that I am getting some combos. They're pretty lax about how you do get some of the combos. So as long as you can get him in there, and the game does lag a little bit when you're moving a lot of them, especially on the 3D screen here. One thing that I do want to show off too is when you get near the top, actually, when you start getting near the top of the screen, the music speeds up and changes, and it does some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to artificially get it to the top. Or not. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. Let's get it back to the top. Let's do 2D so it doesn't lag. I wasn't checking the back, and I screwed that up. But it should be the same music. No! Crap, it's different. So it's different if it's 3D or 2D. But same difference. Once it gets near the top, they start to dance. And the music speeds up. It changes slightly for some of the songs, and other songs it speeds up, and it's actually a pretty cool like mechanic. It's just like that impending doom feeling, like you better hurry. So the last mode that I want to show off. Okay, kitty, do weird things. Okay, that was creepy. So choosing this will erase the records. That's fine. I was playing the puzzle league. Well, if it looks like as if it's blah, blah, blah. So, you play against NPCs, but you play against key figures from the anime. Now, on easy, they pick their top Pokemon. On normal, they pick the middle Pokemon. And on hard, they pick their third Pokemon. Weaknesses don't work the same way. There are no weaknesses. So, he's going to pick his Growlithe like I should pick Squirtle. It doesn't really work that way in this game. It's just stylistic. On normal, you can only get to like part of the Elite Four. Or on easy, you can only get to part of the Elite Four. On normal, you get through just the Elite Four. And then on hard, which is fucking hard, you can get to Gary as the champion. So now what you're seeing here is it's more of a battle mode. The more combos we do, we send big blocks to the opponent, and they got to try and clear them. I also do like the music for this one as well. The music in this game is just good. It's a Pokemon game. Music's generally pretty good in that series. So as long as you connect at least 3 to the block that they send, you're going to go ahead and break it. Anything that's a 4 or higher or a combo is also going to be sent over to your opponent as well. So keep that in mind when playing. Aha! I got that in like at the last second. So I sent a big combo to them, or to Gary. Now, depending on who you pick, the bars that you send, like mine were blue, the ones that Gary send are red. But again, I don't think that there's no like typing advantages. It's just stylistic at the very least. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so I should be able to beat Gary. I'm going to go ahead and beat him, and then that's going to probably be it. Because to be fair, there is not too much to show of this game. It's just a part of my personal history. Okay. So we can go ahead and do that. Knock out. Damn, okay, that's not what I wanted to see, but that works. It's beneficial when you break them apart, because you can break them apart in such a way where they can fall easily into a combo, and that's an easy way to break the blocks and get a combo going. Okay. I'm just trying to concentrate a little bit. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the greatest at this, so I do have to concentrate a little bit. The nostalgia for this music actually is really high on my list. It's part of the reason why I love this game. Just obviously the anime roots and the music. So is that okay? That's not a fire, but I see how I got the leaf at the bottom there. I also like the music when it starts speeding up too. On his side, it was speeding up because he's near the top. I am not. I'm doing really good actually. Though if I don't make a combo, I'm gonna it's screwed. When you make a combo too, it briefly does stop the movement, so it's a good way to make sure you're staying low. All right, we went and beat Gary then. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the Nintendo Retrospective. This was episode 4 of 26 episodes leading up to my top 25 Nintendo games. My top 25. If you guys liked this video, please thumbs it up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you would like to consider subscribing, I would also appreciate that. Remember, guys, play more games, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.